Hello, lovely, lovely Libras. Your energy is a bit different today. There's this energy that's coming in. I feel like you're this energy, and this energy is coming in. It doesn't feel like your energy, even though you show up as the Emperor quite often. Um, I feel your energy feels different. I feel like I'm reading for different people, or that there's a new energy, or I don't know. We'll get into it. The first thing that I got through intuitively, I've got quite a lot through intuitively today, so it's probably going to be a longer reading again. So, grab your coffee, grab your popcorn. We're going to be here for a while. The first thing that I got through was Madness by Muse, that like the Madness song. Love that song so much. It's got such a build and then a release. It's amazing song. But that kind of so I don't know if there's something to do like Morse code or uh like like an SOS signal kind of thing or like something like that. But that's a beautiful song. It's he screams at the build. He's like, I need love. It's like I finally realize what you need or what you mean. So yeah, brilliant build, brilliant song. Definitely go and listen to that if you haven't heard that one. It's like I feel like it's properly like flew under the radar a bit there. Um, then I heard blew the conduit door open. Blew the conduit door open. Now I don't really know what a conduit is. I think it's something to do with like electricity or like a conduit. It's like a is it like a tube, a pipe? Um, blew the conduit door open. I don't know what that means, but it's very intriguing. Then I saw an eagle, and there was something. It kind of like filled the. It was flying in this direction. I could see its beak and its kind of wings, but not quite the tail end of it. It's kind of that was slightly out of my view. But there was something on the back of the eagle, and it gave me a song. It gave me and again, it's such a obscure song. I couldn't find any references to it when I googled it, other than it seemed like it was like a teacher singing it on YouTube. But it's I would fly on the back of an eagle on a warm and windy day from a place quite high in the clear black from a place quite high in the clear blue sky. I would look to see what is yet to be. Um, Something about below, and then it's fly eagle fly eagle fly eagle fly. So that's all I can remember. I used to sing it in choir in junior school, so I don't know where that song's come from. I don't know what the history of that song is. I just can't find hardly anything on it on the internet, but it must mean something to somebody. um, so flying on the back of an eagle to get a high perspective. Eagles represent law for me, and kind of, yeah, law or like the legal system, legal, kind of justice system as well. Again, it is your energy. I associate eagles with Libran energy for that reason. And I just noticed, sorry, just to point out, I'm seeing something about the High Priestess card as well. The High Priestess came out in reverse, then she came out in the upright when I was doing the pre-shuffle. And then this World card reminds me of High Priestess energy, and she's got that owl there as well, this knowledge, right? So this higher knowledge. You could be connecting with a Scorpio possibly, or Sagittarius energy. I hear some people say that the World card is Capricorn energy, but I see it as Sagittarius. So could be something there with that. It's a bit obscure, your reading. I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to tell you what I get. And if it means something to you, it does. If it doesn't, just leave it. It's a general reading, so not everything will be for you. Take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't. It's timeless, so when it finds you, it's your reading at that time. And also, gender is very fluid in the tarot, so normally you can switch the energies around. So just because it's a King of Pentacles, if that resonates with you and you identify as female or other, just take it as it resonates. Don't worry about the gender of the card. So, but I am picking up on this king energy, which feels like I'm reading for a male, which is different to the energy I would normally get for you. So I don't know if this is like a cross watcher or somebody who's having a big impact in your life right now, or you're just stepping into a more active role perhaps, but it doesn't feel like Libra energy. This is what's confusing me. I'm going to come back to those as well in a second. So fly on the back of the eagle. Yeah. So I saw visually, and this doesn't happen to me very often. I get it when I'm picking cards. When I choose which deck to use, sometimes they'll flash cards at me to show me which deck to use. But when I'm getting intuitive messages at night, it's only happened like maybe about 3 times where they've actually shown me cards, and every time they do it, it's something major. So I saw this card, I saw the King of Pentacles, but it was with another, it looked like it was another card. Now, I don't recognize this tarot card. It's not a deck, it's not in a deck that I own, but it had a hedgehog on it. So the King of Pentacles and a hedgehog. I actually did look through this deck, both my kind of animal decks up there, to see if I had any with a hedgehog on, because it looked like the image from this deck. It looked like it could have been the artwork from this deck, but I couldn't find it. So the King of Pentacles with a hedgehog. Now, I don't understand what this is or who this is or what this means, but the King of Pentacles, it's normally somebody who's very good at tangible things. It can represent earth sign energy, specifically Taurus. It doesn't have to be any of those though. It's more about the energy. So it represents somebody who is in a position to give to others. They're very, very stable. They're probably quite financially stable. You know, they probably have a nice house and home. They're very nurturing. They put the time and effort into things, which is what brings them success. Very mature energy as well. Very stable, very nurturing. It's a lovely energy. It can represent a father figure, it can represent a husband, and it can represent a boss. So they don't have to be those things, but they have the ability to be those things. The hedgehog, when I looked it up on, I think it was like spiritanimal.com, something like that, spirit-animal.com, it said that the hedgehog spirit animal, or if you see it in dream imagery, what it can mean is somebody who needs to really be themselves. They need to let their softer side show, if you like. You know, if you think about a hedgehog, it's prickly on the outside as a defense system. So it actually said, be yourself, don't curl up and hide. So I feel like this is a message for whoever this is that is not Libra. I mean, if it resonates for you, take it, you know. But it could be that, and it's almost like he's almost in, if you imagine like a turtle shell or something, it's like he's almost in this kind of, like, don't know, it's kind of almost like Cancerian energy as well, you know, like this chair is almost like a protective shell. It's like he's inside, he's like curling up and hiding, protecting his softer insides, you know, like emotions. But yeah, the hedgehog symbolism means be who you want to be who you really are. And if you notice, he's kind of he's a bit of a hippie, isn't he? You know, he's a little bit hipster, a little bit, yeah, a little bit of a hipster there. And I feel like, because when I was shuffling, when I was looking for him, the King of Cups came out. So it was almost saying, this is what's on the inside, because the King of Cups represents emotions, somebody who's very intuitive. He's in touch with, you know, in touch with his emotions and the impact he has on the world around him. So he acts more from a place of love, where the King of Pentacles is very practical, the King of Cups is more emotional. Both very mature, both very reserved. You know, the King of Cups, he doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. He only shows what he needs to show when he needs to show it. So there is this kind of reserved nature of both of these, well, the outer and inner world of this person, I would say. So yeah, he's definitely like a hippie, right? He's meditating. I did get something through about meditating as well, and meditation. I don't know if somebody is meditating. I got that through a couple of times. Yeah, definitely very, very chill, right? Very, very zen there. I heard Buddhist. I don't know if somebody's looking into kind of Buddhist belief systems. So I don't know who this character is. I don't know if they're going to come back out in your reading. What else do I have here? I'm just checking my notes so that I don't miss anything. Oh, as I was thinking about this energy, I got Express Yourself by Madonna. Express what he's got, oh baby, ready or not. That specific line. Ready or not. Now I'm getting Fugees, ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. And it says, be yourself, don't curl up and hide. I'm gonna find you and make you want me. I'm just gonna make a note of that song. Okie dokie. So the next set of things that I got, and I feel like this is more the Libra energy. Now, again, you can switch and reverse this if you need to. I got this, the song that I randomized at first. It's like I woke up, I was taking my time getting up, and I knew I had your reading to do, and I was getting all this stuff through, and I was right, give me a song for Libra, and I got "Baby Ain't Made of China" by Wolf Alice. So this Wolf and Alice, right? I'm also getting Smile. Now, Wolf Alice did a song called Smile, which wasn't on my Spotify list, but when I was looking up the other song, that's what came up. So I feel like it could have been leading me. I don't know which song it is for you. I feel like it could have been leading me to the Smile song more than Baby Ain't Made of China, but it could be both, right? But I also got Smile Like You Mean It by The Killers. So I'm really getting something to do with like it's something to do with somebody's smile, whether somebody has they're saying tight-lipped, like a tight-lipped smile, a wolfish smile, you know, like a wolfish grin, or it's a case of like somebody who I'm really getting a tight smile, smile like you mean it. It's like it's almost like a smile that's not a real smile, or it's a smile that's like reserved or something. I'm getting secret smile. Nobody knows it, but you have a secret smile and use it only for me. So it could be it's just something to do with somebody's smile, or the way they smile, or like, I don't know if I'm getting a sense of distrust with it, like a wolf smile, right? Like a wolf in sheep's clothing, or this is the person around you. Something about smile. I also got teeth as well. As I was lighting the joss stick, I got a strong smell of like, if you've ever had like a bad tooth, it gives off a particularly, like almost like a metallic smell, and it's quite a unique smell. So I don't know if somebody has something with the teeth, maybe like they don't like to smile and show the teeth, or maybe they need to smile and show the teeth. I'm now getting it's like when people say to you like, give us a smile, you know, cheer up, it might never happen, that kind of thing. And you're like, well, you know, how do you know what I'm dealing with? Don't tell me to smile if I don't feel like smiling. So it's like I feel like it's Kesha, possibly. I will look it up and check. All the songs that come through will be in the description box down below. But it's something like, "Come on, baby, give us a smile." Well, I ain't got nothing to smile about. Is it another song as well? It might be two different songs, but it's Nightmare by Halsey, I think. I'm no sweet dream, but I'm a hell of a knife. Is it? No, I won't smile, but I'll show you my teeth. No, I won't smile, but I'll show you my teeth. I don't know what all this is. So again, take anything that resonates, leave anything that doesn't. So there's this thing coming through as well. It feels a little bit like fairy tale-y, because I got through, obviously, Wolf Alice. This was giving me Alice in Wonderland, right? Which was giving me the imagery of this card, the Three of Cups, which is like a get-together with people. You're all a bit quirky. You really let your true colours show, though, right? You can be yourself around these people. These people are your friends, and they accept you for exactly what you are. So, yeah, like a Alice in Wonderland. And then here, as I kind of open this deck, it's the King Kranz Archetype deck. I just caught sight of the word reject, and it doesn't normally catch my attention, but it did today. And I looked at it, and it says reject none, accept all. So it's something to do. I'm sorry, I'm just so distracted. I'm getting so much through intuitively. There's something going on with the planets right now. I think on the 13th of May, Jupiter is just about to move into Pisces. Jupiter is a planet to do with expansion and growth and luck and opportunity. And in Pisces, there's a lot of luck and opportunity to be more inclusive, to be more compassionate, to be more understanding of the underdog, perhaps. So you may have a lot of opportunity at this time when you embrace everybody, and when you have that sympathy for the quirkiness of others. It could be interesting for something else that's coming up for me. It could be that whoever this is, it's like you're somebody that this person feels safe around, or you're somebody that this person can confide in, because they feel vulnerable. Sorry, this is all intuitive now. They feel vulnerable, which is like why they're in this hedgehog energy, right? They're a bit afraid. It could be that something to do with the job, with it being the King of Pentacles. They're afraid to kind of let their emotions show. And it's not that they're emotionally immature because they're shown as this King of Cups. It's just that they feel like, you know, perhaps they're in a corporate environment and they have to be a certain way in that environment, where perhaps they're a bit more of a hippie on the inside, that kind of thing. But maybe they can be that hippie around you. Then we've also got this with Wolf Alice. As I was kind of dealing with this deck, the cards kind of like splayed out. They kind of like did this whole like you can see there, it's like they just suddenly got really uncontrolled, and they all kind of splayed out, and one card kind of flew from the deck, from right in the middle of the deck, and it was this card, and I thought, no way, like Wolf Alice, you know, Alice in Wonderland, and then the wolf, like the Red Riding Hood, right, with the wolf, and it's the Lovers card. So again, it's like seeing behind someone's smile. Maybe someone's putting on a false smile, but you see what they are on the inside. Maybe you see their wild side. I'm not really getting like the Boy Who Cried Wolf, or like you know, Red Riding Hood. The wolf was disguised as the grandma, right? But you see the wolf like eye to eye, and the wolf is, because it's the Lovers card, this is like somebody's wild side. Like you see somebody's wild side and you like it, like you accept somebody's wild side. But this, the feminine, the Alice energy, right, or Red Riding Hood energy, is coming through as your energy, because underneath this was the Empress card, which is your card in the tarot, and underneath this, which I didn't realize, is the World card. Again, because you have the World here, so there is like a completion for you, or an opportunity for growth and expansion. And again, just notice that both of these cards in this deck both have this owl on. So higher perspective, higher learning, perhaps. That's not normally the meaning of this card. That I attribute that to like the Hierophant card or the Page of Swords more, but it's like a, yeah, higher knowledge, like a higher perspective. I could fly on the back of an eagle, you know. Could be that you're traveling the world for knowledge, you know. Like I'd love to go to Rome because I studied Roman history. You know, the like classics, and I've never actually been to Rome, so I would love to go to, as part of me learning about the world and educating myself and continuing that knowledge, you know. So it could also talk about internet as well. Right, okay, just moving swiftly on because this is going to be such a long reading. I also got Indestructible by Alicia Zatic, You Are My Lifeline, which also gave me Phone a Friend. Now, I got quite a few adverts on Spotify to do with, I think one was for the Samaritans, which was like, you could be, maybe you work for some sort of charity or some sort of, they're showing me Straight Talk, which is a movie I watched recently, a Dolly Parton movie where she works for a radio station and people phone her up and she gives them advice on air. Yes, this is making a huge amount of sense, because it's like phone a friend as well. It's like you could be like I'm hearing confidant. You could be like somebody's confidant, like they can confide in you. They can even confide in me by Kylie. Confide in me. It's like this person, because they feel comfortable around you, they can be themselves around you, they feel accepted by you. It's like you're this person's lifeline. Yeah, so there could be something like that going on for you. I'm getting that kind of opening up feeling on my head now. Take me as I am, Mr. A Little Red Devil on My Shoe. Yeah, take me as I am, Mr. A Little Red Devil on My Shoe. But it goes both ways, right? It's vice versa. It's the Three of Cups. Everybody's weird here. I also got Happiness by Goldfrapp. It's actually a song that's randomized because I set up Spotify. as I go into the reading, so you can see that, and there's a wolf, look, there's a wolf on there. Yeah, so your song that's randomized as I was setting up, as I was preparing, was Happiness by Golf Rap. And what I was thinking at the time, I was like, who is this person to Libra? Because I know it's not your energy. I'm like, who is this person to Libra? And I randomized Happiness by Golf Rap. We're all on a journey to finding the real inner you. The real inner you, but it goes both ways, right? And then, right as I was about to start the reading, and I got this deck out and shuffled it, and I looked on the underlying, and the medallion was there, and it's the King of Pentacles is holding the medallion. So what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. I think what I'm going to have to do, Libra, is upload this reading, whether it's going to be one long reading or in 2 different parts. I don't know. I'm interested to get into it, but I'm going to run out of space. So I'm going to upload what I've got already, and then we'll continue with the normal reading. So I'm sorry that it's such a long reading today, Libra. We're going to get through it. Oh my goodness, Libra. Like, not just yet, though, because the Devil card has fallen out twice. Like, I can't believe it. It's like it's got a wolf on it as well. I put the cards, the Empress, the World, and the Lover's card back in separately as I normally do, and I was just shuffling, and it kind of a couple of cards fell out, and the Devil was on the top, but I put him back in, like, not thinking. King of Cups again there, look, with the owl, and the Hangman and 5 of Wands. So yeah, so I did that, and then the Devil card came back out again. So it was like it wanted to be shown, that wolf. And I've just noticed as well, I don't know why it's only just occurred to me, but there's a wolf on this card. Like Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street, perhaps. And then Happiness. 9 of Cups is happiness. What's going on? Right, okay. trying to do this reading, and it's just, it's madness, right? Talking about Muse and madness, it's madness. All right, Libra, I've got it. I know what the message is. That wolf inside, the devil inside, the shadow self, the wild side. It's talking to me about the part of ourselves that we oppress and hide from the world around us. So with that King of Pentacles, King of Cups energy, like, it's talking to me about the outer self and the inner self, the outer self that the world demands of us, you know, in order to hold down a job or do whatever it is that we need to do to be accepted by society. But then what we're actually being is a wolf in sheep's clothing. We're being the false self, where actually it's in a lot of ways you have to be in touch with that authentic inner self, of who you really are, you know, to be the wild thing, you know, the wolf that society tries to suppress. Now, I'm not going saying out that you should go out and do bad things. You know, I think there are lines that can be drawn there, especially when the law is involved. But it's talking about the side of yourself that, you know, like, you have a couple of drinks, you go a bit wild, you know, like, it feels like the unsuppressed version of yourself trying to come out. So a lot of the time when we're our authentic selves, when we get confident inwards, right, when we get that 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles energy, where it's like, do you know what, I accept myself, and I accept myself fully. I accept the inner part of myself as well, my wild side, you know, all my quirks, all the things that make me a bit weird, right? We're all weird here. Everybody has the weird things, just some people are better at hiding them than others. Some people choose to hide them and some people don't, right? And that's a difference. When we're our authentic selves, when we have self-acceptance and we start to live more authentically in the real world, a lot, you know, sometimes people around us don't like that. People can call you crazy, you know, this person's acting crazy. No, you're just being your authentic self. You're not wearing the mask anymore. Isn't it more crazy to wear the mask? You know, to wear the sheep's clothing? Isn't it better to be a wolf and go and run with a wolf pack than to you know, put on sheep's clothing and pretend to fit in where you don't fit in? So that song, The Wolf Alice, love me, make me better, love me, make me better. It's easier when you do find, with that 3 of Pentacles card, you know, that community of, you know, other people who let the weird side show, but you have that acceptance there. It's like, you know, you find your tribe, you find the people who accept you for who you are and who you accept for who they are as well. That love, that like authentic love for who they really, really are, or for who you really, really are, is so supportive and liberating, because you're allowed to truly like run with the wolves, right? Now they're giving me Run Like Wolves by the Cat Empire. I'm getting so many songs. Yeah, I guess I'm getting so many songs because this is where my like nature comes out. When I hear music, it like I can't help but dance sometimes or sing along. It's like my music's quite freeing for me. Yeah, as I was uploading what I've got so far, I was kind of like, the tooth thing came back. My daughter lost a tooth the other day. She's wrapped it up in this little parcel, which was just sat there in front of my PC looking at me. So again, this thing about the teeth, like show your teeth. And also little baby Yoda was looking at me. He's so cute. And the message that's coming through, and as I say, I've got the message now. I know what they're telling me. I'm sorry, my nails are gross today. Baby Yoda there is saying, there's only one in the world. If you watch The Mandalorian, there's only one of his kind left at that point, I believe, if I'm remembering rightly. He's very unique. Nobody knows what he is, right? It's like, what is this thing? But he's himself and he's authentic. And there's so much love for Baby Yoda, right? For Grogu. Like, he was all over the internet. Everybody loves that character, and people love him in the program. It's because he's authentic. He's weird, right? He's weird, but he's lovable, and that's what you are, Libra. You're weird and lovable. All this other person is who's around you, or both of you, right? Weird and lovable. Maybe that's what I'm going to call this reading. Just pulling up Spotify there so that we can randomize a song for you, and the music's blaring inside my head. It's funny because there's that thing in that Wolf Alice song where it says the voice in the back of my mind kind of thing, and getting that song through now. So it's the emotion. Both Baby Ain't Made of China by Wolf Alice and Madness by Muse, they both have this slow start, but this build to like the main message of the song, and those two messages are blaring inside my head. So I've got Love Me, Make Me Better, and in Muse Madness, I need love. So it's this thing about authentic, unconditional love, loving you for who you authentically are, like your weird self and all, but also being able to do that for others, especially with that Jupiter energy moving into Pisces at the moment. So can I get a song, please, for Libra's reading? A song for Libra's reading for, it's going live on Monday. Please, could you not? It's going live on Monday. Can I get a song for Libra's reading, please? Perfect. Perfect. Misshapes, mistakes, misfits. Raised on a diet of broken biscuits. Oh, so it's a pulp, a different class. I love this song so much. It talks about the people who have been pushed out, rejected by society, all uniting together and standing up together to kind of take control and to say, we're not going to be pushed to the sidelines any longer. We're here, and I'm here. I'm sorry for some of you. I'm here. We're here. We're queer. We're proud, right? So beautiful, beautiful message coming through. I'm excited for your reading, Libra. I love it so much. I've just been listening to it a little bit there. Brothers, sisters, can't you see the future's owned by you and me? There's no more fighting in the streets. They think they've got us beat, but revenge is going to be so sweet. I don't agree with revenge. We're making a move. We're making it now. We're coming out of the sidelines. Just put your hands up. It's a raid. We don't need guns. We don't need knives. We don't, the things you won't allow us. We won't use bombs. We won't use guns. We'll use the one thing we've got more of, and that's our minds. I love that song, and it's so perfect for what I've been talking about. I love it when it does that, and it validates, what I've been getting through intuitively. I told you, I'm not mad. There's rhyme and reason to it. So let's see what we have. What do we have for Libra, please? Atoms, building the future, building the future that hasn't been created yet. Something about the internet as well. It could be talking about the psychic network, right? That we're all part of. Beginnings East. So there could be something to do with like the country China with Wolf Alice. We ain't made of China, and beginnings east. So it could be talking about the country China. It could be talking about, China very interested in expansion. So there could be new opportunities arising in China. For some of you, it could be something to do with the internet and China. Okay. I'm hearing global community. Okay, let's keep going, please. What else do we have? What else do we have for Libra, please? Building and atoms. It's like the building blocks of the future. Tarantula. So spider warning, guys. And fruit bat, flying fox. Oh my god, this is perfect. Let me read this this story to you, because it is exactly, again, what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to flip the tarantula over for you for a second, for those of you that don't like that. I'll warn you before I flip it back over. Fruit bat, flying fox. Again, there's this thing about looking at the same creature, but from different angles. So that hangman energy, right, as well, that Aquarian energy. Aquarius is a very unique individual energy, so I don't know if you're dealing with an Aquarius. Fruit bat, is it a bat or is it a flying fox, right? Different ways of looking at the same thing. Kindness as well on this card, and you'll see why when I read you the story. What number is it? 12. I love this card so much. Also that I like bats, I associate with bats. So yeah, let's. Kindness. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts. Spread the seeds of goodwill and your fortunes will grow. I couldn't have picked a better card for Jupiter in Pisces. This is exactly that energy. And it's just been in Aquarius as well. Again, Aquarian energy is very, very very much about valuing the uniqueness of others and being very not compassionate, yes, but that's not the word I was looking for. Being very kind of egalitarian, maybe, is that the right word? Being of the people. So let me read the story of this card to you, because it's an amazing story and it's just so perfect for what we're talking about. I'm sorry if I get the name wrong though. Princess Lutogi was royalty from the Samoan Islands. She was sent to Tonga to become the second wife of the King of Samoa at that time. This was not a love match, as she was sent as part of a peace treaty through marriage between the kingdoms. Although sealing alliances through marriage was a common practice, often these wives that were part of this kind of union were treated badly and looked down upon by the community. Again, this thing about the community, right? One day, as she walked through the gardens, Lutogi discovered a baby bat that was sick and wounded. She was a kind and gentle woman, and in her mercy looked after the little bat until it was well again, and then she released it back to the colony. This act didn't remain a secret, as the royal court watched everything Lutogi did. The court laughed at her kindness and thought her weak and stupid, which made her an easy target when the king's fortunes declined. The royal court suggested that it was Lutogi who caused the king's problems, and they decided to kill her by burning her on a pyre. The flames were lit, and the flames rose to engulf Lutogi, when suddenly the sky darkened. The baby bat and his family had not forgotten the kindness of the princess and had come to help her. Thousands of bats flew above the fire, urinating down on the flames to extinguish them. Lutogi was saved, but her trials were not yet over. Frustrated, the Tongan kings exiled her to a very small island with nothing to eat. The island was completely barren, so the king and his court were sure that Lutogi would soon starve. Again, the fruit bats assisted her. They brought her food, including fruits and seeds, and they kept her happy with their smiling company. Soon the island became one of fertility and plenty, as many of the bats made it their new home. The kind princess was very happy, and she became a goddess of plenty and fertility, and the patroness and protector of all bats. So amazing, right? This thing again about being rejected by society, rejected by community, but then being kind. It's kind of like, I know my name's Cinderella. It's kind of that Cinderella story again, of like, being rejected, being pushed out, being treated quite cruelly, but having that kindness remain intact, and that kindness bringing you good karma in the future. Yeah, so it's very much talking to me about like the acceptance, again, that kind of Taurian energy there coming through with the bull. Yeah, it's a really nice story. I like your reading so far, and it does, tie in with my own values. I always like people who are quirky. I always like people who are a little bit weird. It's like, because it makes people interesting, and it makes people individuals. If we were all sheep, wouldn't it be so boring? Tarantula Connection. Oh, I didn't warn you. I'm so sorry to those of you who don't like tarantulas. But it's a beautiful card, a really, really beautiful card. And again, it's talking to me about somebody who's being misunderstood, right? Maybe the wolf in sheep's clothing was misunderstood all the time. Maybe the wolf just, was looking for love, and, couldn't find any other wolves where he was, so he tried to be a sheep. It's all like maybe putting a different perspective on things. I thought it was 43, but it's not, it's 13. So sorry to those of you that don't like spiders, but again, it's talking to me about, we saw the world card twice, and internet connections is one of the meanings of that. And we've got this building blocks with that kind of like electronic world there in the distance, so definitely could be something to do with internet connections, right? Internet connections with other people who you get on better with than perhaps the people who are in your everyday life. Connection. It is time to bring together disparate aspects of your life. Everything is connected. When you are afraid or unsure, it is important to know that you are never alone. You can do magic. We all can. The daughter of the great goddess Diana, Aradia, stepped upon the earth charged with the sacred duty of reconnecting the people with the birthrights of balance and love. Balance and love, like Libra, Libra, Libra. Like, you're all about balance and love. Such was the environment Aradia was born into, that the old ways were being forced underground, the feminine divine disrespected, and the earth's never-ending cycles of the moon and seasons ignored and forgotten. Aradia travelled the lands, walking thousands of miles in the service of her mother, delivering her teachings to more and more women, and bringing hope and healing where there was little. One day, as she was waiting for the moon to rise so she could meet with other women under the cover of night devotionals, Aradia sat quietly in the forest. There in front of her she saw a huge spider, hairy and as big as her hand, weaving a great web. She watched as the shining silk wove back and around, creating a shimmering circle. Aradia saw the spider's web grow wider and bigger and glow in the reflection of the moon. Look at that, isn't that this? She was reminded that everything is connected, from the moon to the earth. All beings, all people, the rocks, the trees, the flowers were all connected by a web of life. This was what was being forgotten and what was vital to remember. So, this interconnectedness, definitely the internet now, right, keeps us connected at no point in history. And you can see as well, she's collecting, like it talks about the disparate parts. She's going around. It's like she's on this journey, picking up all these forgotten parts, bringing them all back together. So interconnectedness. This always speaks to me about mycelium and the roots of the trees. If you want to go and look that up, that's amazing. It's like you can have whole forests that are connected. The trees can literally talk to each other through the root system and through the mycelium. So that's amazing. And then the water cycle as well, which again rains on the forest, right? It gets evaporated, it goes somewhere else. You may be drinking the forest waters of Tibetan mountains, when every time you take a drink, where has that water been? It's always been in the world throughout the whole of history. Sometimes things just transform and transmute into other things, but we're all connected, we're all one. Everything is a part of everything else. When our bodies decompose, they turn into fertilizer for the trees. So everything is cycles, everything is connected. Nothing ever goes anywhere. But yeah, making connections, I getting online connections with people who really, that's probably the main message. Online connections with people who are perhaps a little bit quirky. Perhaps they don't feel like they fit in their tangible reality, but you can make those connections online and really feel at home, you know, with like-minded people that perhaps you wouldn't have normally met if the internet didn't exist. You know, maybe you're friends with somebody in China, I don't know. Maybe you're in China, friends with somebody from the UK. It could go any way, right? Anything else for Libra, please, from this deck? I don't know why the animal decks is speaking to me so loudly. Fox again, flying fox, and coyote there again, this kind of like dog wolf type energy. Trust in divine detours. I'm not going to read all these cards because we'll be here all day, but we'll see what animals have come out and what that means. It's just showing me the nightingale spirit there as well. You had that a few weeks back. Love is all around, right? Love, like this one love, I don't know, it really wants to show that, doesn't it? Fox spirit, think on your feet. Again, this kind of flying fox energy. Look at the colours as well. Look at these red colours with the greens. Moth spirit there, surrender now. An owl spirit, again with the owls. So I know I saw an eagle, but we've seen so many owls in the decks. You see clearly now. Do you have the higher perspective now? Again, it's talking to me about these two energies that I'm picking up on. Libra, you're an air sign, so I'm associating you more with the winged creatures, the owls, the moth, the nightingale, the bat, the flying bat. But we also have like that more earthy energy with that King of Pentacles. Things like the tarantula is like a grounded animal, the coyotes and the fox, you know, this kind of like earth sign energy. And then like the lady, she sat there with all the kind of the fruits. So I feel like there's definitely a connection with somebody with a strong earth element, somebody who's very grounded. Somebody perhaps who likes to spend time outside in nature, spend time outside in the woods, you know, running freely through the woods. My daughter's Sagittarius, but she's very much like that. She would love to run like wolves, right? Perhaps it's somebody who goes running through woodland. Do go and listen to the songs in the description box down below, because I think like there's quite a lot that's coming through with them. They really are speaking quite loudly to me today. Maybe you've been too grounded. Maybe this is what it is. You've been too grounded and practical and earthy, and, you know, dealing with the day-to-day life and tangible things, but you need to kind of let your spirit soar. You need to let your spirit fly. Also, foxes, again, talk about Aquarian energy to me. What else, please, for Libra this week? What else, please, for Libra this week? Encouragement there. Again, Aquarian energy. The giraffes talk to me about Aquarian energy, because there's a card in this deck where it's like a zebra dressed as a giraffe. So giraffes and zebras always talk about Aquarius for me now. Again, with that like wolf in sheep's clothing energy, a zebra is not a giraffe and shouldn't try to be, and vice versa. Moonlight. So there could be some kind of like secretive energy here, or it could be talking again about that divine feminine energy. Talisman. Follow the leader and stuck in the mud. Well, what do you do if the leader's stuck in the mud? Who do you follow if the leader's stuck in the mud? You don't. You support them. You get them out of the mud. And then you can get on with your journey. The talisman here, it's interesting. We have the medallion, and this one is talking to me about harnessing the moon energy, harnessing intuition, harnessing the unknown, the unseen, you know, dreamscapes, and using that to guide you, being guided by your intuition. It's like as well, this is leading here to this tree. This is stuck in the mud energy. Who's stuck in the mud? Careful you're not leaving anyone behind. Or are you going to rescue this person? Again, look at the kind of the greens and this kind of like warm orange colour up here. What else, please, for Libra? What else, please, for Libra? Someone's back turned. Somebody may feel like somebody's back is turned. Maybe, again, I get this feeling like there's somebody who needs help here, but you could be the person to help them. But perhaps they feel like they've lost that connection. I don't think they have. There's just something that's going on that's a bit unseen. For some reason, they feel like your back's turned. What is that? The giraffes again, look, community. Encouragement and community. I feel like you don't even realize that this person feels perhaps a little bit pushed out, perhaps a little bit flexible there. Be flexible. Yeah, somebody feels... Look at that gorgeous home card as well, like that tree. You're going home. You're going home, or somebody's going home. Somebody's been out in the cold. Sorry, I got it suddenly. Somebody's been like out in the cold, or felt out in the cold, feeling left out of a situation, not feeling included. Again, the owl there. Look, it may be that somebody needs some encouragement. They're trying to get to their happiness, right? Like that Goldfrapp song and the Three of Cups and Alice in Wonderland. It's like they're trying to get back to their wonderland. They're trying to get to the community. They're trying to reach the place that could be like very intuitively led as well. Trying to get to the place that feels like home to them. You feel like home to me. What's that song? Just give me a second with that song. I haven't quite got which song it is. I can only get that home to me. Like you feel like home to me. But I'm pretty sure it's Gwen Stefani who sings it. So I'm going to look at all this up. All the songs will be in the description box down below. You feel like home to me. So it's either somebody who feels like home to you or vice versa. But somebody's been feeling left behind or left out in the cold. Somebody's stuck in the mud and they need help, right? They need like they need the community to notice that they're stuck, and then they need this kind of like encouragement. It may not even be that they need, it may be that you've all like a group of people have all gone to this new place, right? To this home, like this new secure place of security. Noticing again the two clocks here on the two trees. Like the time element, because there's a time thing here as well, but it's like somebody's struggling, somebody can't follow, somebody's stuck, so they need encouragement from the community. Look at this, look at the similarity of those two images from different decks. I think they are by the same artist, but yeah, of all, like, you know, all the cards that could come out, we're getting this kind of, you know, repeated like foxy doggy energy, the repeated owls, the repeated giraffes. So who's stuck in the mud? Who needs the encouragement? Because it feels like everybody else has been off, like being flexible, riding the wave. But listen as well. There's a listen card, and I was kind of getting this listen thing again with you know, phone a friend and you are my lifeline. Perhaps you're the person who can offer encouragement to this person who feels very stuck right now. Or vice versa, you know. So what else please for Libra? What else please for Libra? Ooh. Right, took my eye off the ball there for a second. I really want to know about this stuck in the mud energy. Who feels left behind? The High Priestess. Again, like I've put it right next to this Moonlight card, the Divine Feminine, the intuition, the knowing. Somebody who is perhaps a bit of an empath. Somebody who does feel everything, you know. They feel everything that's happening around them. They feel... I'm getting another song. I feel the pain of everyone and then I feel nothing. It's by Dino Jr. I feel the pain of everyone, and then I feel nothing. Yeah, somebody definitely has some watery emotions there. Could be a water sign element to them. Anything else from this deck? Yeah, this person's really conflicted. If this person's stressed or anxious, it's going to be really blocking their intuition, which would explain why the High Priestess came out in reverse earlier. I feel like they're waiting for communication or action. It's bothering me now because I'm thinking who feels left out. Like I'm trying to like think of like the people I know, and I'm trying to think who's feeling left out here, who's been forgotten, who feels left behind. Who feels like your back's turned? Maybe your back's not turned, it's just there perception. You know, if you're busy, if you're off having fun, if you're communicating and doing things actively with other people, you're just not noticing this person. But I feel like if they reach out to you, they just have to reach out to you. And I feel like you're gonna be like it's the second they ring, right, the second they phone a friend, the second they use you as their lifeline and say, look, I need help, you're going to be like rallying the troops. You're going to be like, right, come on, crew, let's go and get this person out of the mud. Or vice versa, right? Because it's like you're part of this little like follow the leader, like we're following the leader, the leader, the leader, following the leader wherever they may go. Dee-dee, dee-dee. You know, all off on your way. Who felt left behind? Was it Tinkerbell? She felt excluded, didn't she, in Peter Pan? What else, please? Oh, it's in the reverse. What is it? Six of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody feels left out. Somebody feels like something's been unfair. Somebody feels some sort of imbalance of something. It's Libra energy though. Like, she has got the scales there. So why is the Six of Pentacles in reverse? The Knight of Cups. This person wants to express emotions, but they're very, very guarded. Look at that shield there. The Knight of Cups normally tells someone how they feel. They express how they feel. They share the love. Maybe there's a lot of love going around in the situation. Everybody's saying how much they love each other, you know, how much they value each other. You know, it's like everybody feels good. It's a really good thing. But, you know, for some reason, this person's like, why is nobody communicating with me? Why is nobody... Look, yeah, the Moon card there again, this intuition and secrets. It's like this person's falling away. Who is this person? I'm really getting quite concerned. It's like, look, these dogs are howling, right? The wolves, they found each other. They're howling to each other like, yeah, I know. Again, there's this sense of distance, right? Being across the world from each other, but you can hear each other now. You can hear the wolf calls. It's like again, this feeling like the internet connection and being like all connected, all like feeling each other's energy, all being like, oh my god, I recognize you, you're just like me, you know, being really happy, like going out, oh my god, look at this as well, like all the fairies there having a great time together. But there's this person who's like, wait, they can't follow us fast, they're like weighed down. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So they feel like they're sinking, right? They feel like they're drowning. They feel like I'm really getting this weight. There's some kind of weight on them, right? With like the giraffes again there, come together. Like, yeah, the giraffes are all like having a great get together, but this person's like, well, I'm not a giraffe though. Like, you know, so they feel like they're wearing a mask. They feel like they don't fit in. Yeah, so it's like this weight, right? Like they've got this heavy burden. It's just like pulling them down. But they want to express how they feel. They want to be part of that. But they can't be because... or they don't feel like they can be. They want to get together. Oh God, exactly. That's the card I was seeing. Yeah, this kind of weight, like the weight at the back, you know, the burdens, baggage. 10 of Wands is like the baggage that needs to be released, because the baggage could be emotional baggage. The emotional baggage that they need to release because it's just making them heavy. It's making them heavy. It's weighing them down. And they feel excluded. They want to be... Look at the King of Cups again. Again, I'm telling you, it's that... Because look, you've got the Queen of Pentacles here with the Ace of Cups. But they're confused. Like, they're so confused because they want to be part of it. They want to share the love. They want to be part of this happy community. But they've got really heavy responsibilities. They're burdened. They've got some kind of duty elsewhere. Oh, they just want to, look, they want to wear the heart on the sleeve. They want to express the love. They want to express how they feel. They want to maybe make an offer. But they're so, oh my God, this energy. They're so like shut out and stressed. And they don't know what to do. They don't know how. They're so confused and burdened and stressed. And they don't know how to be part of what everybody else is part of. And they feel so excluded. It's really bugging me now because I'm like, who is this person? Because I'm Libra, so I'm like trying to think of like, if you're watching this, like, please reach out to me, like, confide in me. I'll be your lifeline. Even if it's just that you need to open up emotionally and just express what you're going through, express what these burdens are, express what you feel. Because as a Libra, if you're watching this and you're like, that's me, I'm excluded. Like, oh, Libra loves everybody, right? Like, Libra wants that happy community. They want that those good vibes, the good vibrations. That's what Libra's all about. So, and I've got a habit of doing this. Like, honestly, like, I don't know I'm doing it, but I get so caught up with riding the wave, and you know, I've got Sagittarius in Mars as well, so I've got a habit of just kind of like following what feels good, doing what makes me happy, like following the bright shinies. So I don't always realize when somebody needs to speak to me, or like if somebody feels left behind and they go quiet. It can take me a while to think, oh, I've not seen that person for a while, I wonder if they're okay, you know, and then I may reach out to them. But I also understand that sometimes people need space. You know, sometimes people do need to be quiet, or they go off and do other things. So I'm very much this guy that go with the flow energy. I'm like, oh, that person's going off doing their own thing now. Like, they'll come back. And it's not that I'm ever purposefully excluding someone. I'm saying this because I feel like, you know, this person could be watching. I'm never purposefully excluding someone. Sometimes people just get busy. Sometimes people do have a lot of burdens, you know, a lot of things on the back to deal with. You know, sometimes people do get caught up in their own thing, or, you know, I think it's very rare that people are actively excluding anyone and actively saying, you're not involved in this, we don't want you here. Like, and especially like, oh, I don't even want to say that as a Libra, like that hurt my chest. Like, that is not what people are all about. So please do, if you're feeling this kind of excluded energy, please do reach out, use the lifeline, phone a friend, tell someone about how you feel, you know, because this energy, they love you. You're part of their community too. I just think they don't realize that you feel excluded. I'm literally here thinking, who is this? Who is this? The Hermit. Kenya. Could be a Virgo. Wounded warrior there. Somebody's absolutely been like, it's like they've got the weight of the world on the shoulders, like all these burdens on the back. You know, it's been a long road. It's been a hard journey. You know, everybody else is like skipping. Everybody else has got wings, right? Or the wolves. Everybody else is like flying or running up that road. But this person's heavy. They've got a lot of burdens, a lot of emotional baggage. They're doing this lot of soul searching again with this kind of, you know, I was talking about the hedgehog like going inwards, that kind of Cancerian energy that somebody may have in the chart. Doesn't mean it has to be a Cancer or a Virgo. It just may be something in one of their placements, or something going on astrologically in the chart for them right now, where they feel like they need to go inwards. They feel like they need to do the soul searching. They feel like very vulnerable. They don't feel very safe letting that kind of softer inner core show. But because they're not opening up emotionally, because they're so defensive, because they're not expressing the feelings, they are actually creating a wall where it's almost like they're creating their own baggage, because they're so defensive, because they're not showing the true feelings, because like they're not smiling like they mean it. They're not allowing others to connect with them. So this person, if this person's watching, this person needs to let people in, and they need to reach out, and they need to let that vulnerable side show. Because all this person's doing is they're creating this isolation energy for themselves. It's like they've got that light shining, saying, look, this is like a lighthouse. It's like, look, I need help. I need someone to notice me here. But I feel like they need to do more. They need to phone a friend. How that's coming through. Right, what else, please? Because if you don't tell people, how are they going to know? You know, like, I'm very intuitive, and I still don't quite know you know, I kind of try and feel situations out, but I don't really know. And sometimes as well, even if you do know, even if you're like, I know what's going on with that person, it can be very difficult to broach the subject, you know, very difficult to say, like, you don't want to kind of offend them, you know. What if you get it wrong? You don't want to be like, is there something going on there with you? And then you know, if they're perfectly fine, they'll be like, what are you talking about? And then you feel stupid. Intuition's very slippery, so I think sometimes you need to kind of give people those facts. Yeah, someone needs to open up. Oh, Two of Cups, look at that as well. Oh, beautiful. What a beautiful card to kind of end on. King of Cups, Two of Cups, yeah. The owls, look at the owls. The Tower, the Moon, Secrets, the Hermit again. Look at the Major Arcana there. Knight of Swords. Yeah, somebody needs to open up. Could be twin flame stuff going on here as well. This specific card is a twin flame card for me. Yeah, I feel like the second someone communicates, the things that have been keeping trapped inside with this hair card, these secrets, the communication it opens the floodgates here. It opens the floodgates, and that connection's made then, because there's this emotional equality, right? Because at the moment there's an emotional inequality because somebody's so guarded. You know, somebody's got, one person's cup is flowing freely and the other person's cup is like, somebody's got the hand over it right now with this kind of like, you know, the shielding. Somebody's got the hand over the cup. They're like, I am not letting any of these emotions out. But the second they do, and it could be that a Tower moment comes in and makes them, you know, it's like the universe sets something up that kind of triggers them, or you know, they can't help but say how they feel. The knowledge, once the knowledge is out of this person's emotions or situation, then I feel like things are really going to get moving. So can I get one advice card, please, for Libra? The Venom, really interesting card here to end on. The Venom's talking to me about the toxicity within, you know, the things that you are keeping quiet about that really need to be spoken about. You know, the things that are eating you up inside. I feel like I'm speaking to a cross-watcher that's watching for Libra. It's like, why has Libra turned the back? They haven't. Libra's just off doing their own thing, and they don't realize, like, you need to do that phone in the friend. You need to ask for help here. The poison, the curse, the toxin. Much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Sorry, it cut out there. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our very exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide, and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Interesting, again, with all this woodland stuff that's coming through. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and the world. That's what I'm seeing this as, the baggage. When the venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. I hope not. Like, I've got a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. I know I always worry afterwards, you know, like, you go out with friends and you say something and then afterwards you think, oh, I didn't realise what I was saying at the time, but that could have really been taken the wrong way. Like, I don't think... Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. That's like the worst thing for me as well. You know, especially like I look back at my kind of teenage years and some of the friendships that I had there. And then I look back and I think, I wish I'd seen that person was struggling, or I wish I'd understood what that person was saying, or I wish I had said something differently. Like, there's so much guilt with me about not being there for people, or, you know, perhaps contributing. I remember once someone said to call me a bully, and I was like, I do not see myself as a bully, like, at all. Like, I don't understand what I've said to make that person say that I'm bullying them. And I was so confused about it, and it's always stuck with me, because I was like, from my perspective, I was like, I don't think I'm bullying them. I don't understand. But clearly I'd said something. Again, if you're dealing with somebody who's got some kind of strong water placement, they're very, very sensitive, and as an air sign Libra, you're very much like, you've got lipstick on your teeth. You know, you say it as it is because you take it as it is. You know, you're very light emotionally, but sometimes people with those stronger emotional placements. You know, you can say one thing, you can say you've got lipstick on your teeth, ha, and they'll think, oh my god, they're making fun of me. Libra's making fun of me, Libra's bullying me, and you're just telling them that they've got lipstick on their teeth because they haven't. You know, you'd want somebody to tell you if you had lipstick on your teeth. So there's a difference in communication style. There's a difference in the way that you both take things, perhaps, where the things that you say, you don't realize perhaps that this is a trigger for somebody. You don't realize that you have to speak more softly to this person, because it's like all of a sudden they feel like, oh my god, I've got lipstick on my teeth, they're making fun of me, I don't fit in here. You know, it's like this spiral. So it's not either of you are wrong, it's just that there's a lack of awareness of the intentions of the other, perhaps. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. When light, self-realization through suffering. Lots of burdened, wounded warrior energy. When dark, unwillingness to find a solution or forgive. Go deeper. Poison Tree by William Blake. When you harm another, you harm yourself. Keep in mind, this goes for our earth as well, with cosmic consequences. The spreading of the venom is like a chain reaction. When we strike others, it is likely we have ourselves been struck. Break the cycle. I'm not seeing any kind of like scorpionic energy here, which is that kind of more retaliative energy. Seeing a lot of Cancerian energy, maybe Pisces as well, Virgo. Lots of moon energy, hermit energy. Yeah, I feel like it's somebody needs to explain how they feel, because then they'll get they can be like, you really hurt me when you said that, and then this person goes, I did not mean it that way at all, and then all of a sudden you're back to Two of Cups, right? The friendship, the connection's made again, because then you understand each other. But if there's like, if somebody's not opening up and somebody doesn't realize what they said, then that connection's getting lost. So yeah, I feel like possibly you've said something, or it's really bothering me now, because I'm like, what have I done? What have I done? Who have I upset? I didn't mean to. I would say though, because you are quite a lighter energy, you do like to ride the wave, have fun. You're normally quite good at dealing with your emotions, because you've got a lot of cognitive awareness as a Libra. Again, depending on all your different placements in your chart. Sometimes, and this is difficult to say, sometimes people who are very, very sensitive, they can feel like, and they don't want to be a burden on you, but they can feel like they're pulling you down. So there could be something here where you have to make a break with somebody, where they have to go their own way, because it's like, if this person's always down, always needs you to pick them up, I feel like they're trying to fit in with your little tribe of like happy-go-lucky people, and I feel like they almost feel like they need to wear a mask to fit in with you. So it's not that you're rejecting them, it's just that they feel like, I'm getting this feeling of like they're pulling you back almost. It's not that you're rejecting them, it's like you just need to be light and free. And sometimes people with very heavy emotions, they can really, I don't want to say that because I don't want this person, if they're cross-watching, to feel like they're a burden, but I think they just need to, I think the solution really is just open up, say how you feel, because I feel like, you know, one person here does not have a clue. They do not have a clue that they've hurt you. They do not have a clue that you're upset, that you're stuck, because this person, all their emotions are trapped within, right? They've completely hidden that soft center away, because it feels like they're trying to put on that hard outer shell to kind of like, you know, keep up with everybody else, to be part. They're scared of being rejected by the group, but then it's creating this almost like a false mask, or like a sense of inauthenticity that other people pick up on, and that actually pushes people away. where if they just say how they feel, like then everybody can go, oh, right, okay, let's resolve this. It almost feels like the thing that's left unsaid is getting heavier and heavier and creating more and more of a gap here. I'm going to leave it there. That was a complex reading, and it's really bugging me because I'm like, what have I done? What have I said? Who have I upset? Oops. But I don't know. This is the thing, because I'm the Libra, I don't know. It's up to the other person to have the Tower moment, to break the floodgates open and to say how they feel. So Libra can go, oh, I didn't mean that. And then everything can be smooth sailing from there, right? What do the people who are resonating with this reading need to hear the most right now? How to Disappear by Lana Del Rey. I'm going to just make a note of that and listen to it a little bit. All right, so I'll listen to a little bit of it there. She talks about the waves coming in over her head. She is Cancerian energy. I don't know if you've got a Cancer friend. Again, with the moon is typically Pisces, but Cancer's ruled by the moon. So I'm picking up on Cancerian energy. Again, Cancer's been a very troubled sign for me this week or recently. I'm feeling the weight of Cancerian energy at the moment. So yeah, How to Disappear. Feels like this person's just like fading. They're being left behind. Do go and listen to that song. Look it up. There's some brilliant like fan-made videos on YouTube for Lana Del Rey songs, like Mermaid Motel and things like that. So you know, do go and check those out. See if anything stands out to you. That's what you need to hear right now. So let's get you a song for your advice. So for the people watching this reading and resonating with this reading, to the air sign energy, to the happy-go-lucky energy, what's the advice for them, please? Jocelyn by Olivia O'Brien. Are you busy kissing Jocelyn? That's it's like somebody's ex or something. Olivia O'Brien. Okay, so take that as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I hope that it was worth it. Fair enough. It's like somebody's boyfriend's gone off and they're kissing Jocelyn and she's like, okay. And for the person who feels burdened and weighed down, who needs to open up emotionally, what's the advice for that person, please? Rockabye by Clean Bandit, Sean Paul and Anne-Marie. Rockabye, baby, rockabye. I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini as well, with the triangle there. That came out a lot through Gemini's reading. I'm going to leave it there. I hope something was helpful for you. Do go and check out those songs, the lyrics, the videos. It may just be one thing that pops into your head, but there's something there as advice for you. Excuse me. Do take care, guys. Leave that like button. Smash that like button if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. It all really helps me out. Share with people if you think it's their story. If you're a Libra, put it out into the world and be like, okay, who needs to talk to me? Who needs to open up? Do take care, and I'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye. Libra. Either somebody is on the cusp of Libra Scorpio, or I think I've discovered that a water sign that you were dealing with is probably a Scorpio or has Scorpio placements, because we did have the Tower card there. You can see I'm just starting to tidy up the decks ready for Scorpio's reading. This Turtle card came out twice, and again it's that soft center, right, hard outer shell, typical water sign. So this is going to be in Scorpio's reading, and the song that's randomized as I'm setting up and preparing and getting into Scorpio's energy is Stolen Diamonds by the Cat Empire. I've been wearing someone else's smile. I've been singing someone else's song. So yeah, some of you could definitely be dealing with a water sign, especially like all the moon energy as well. It's very like High Priestess energy. We saw the High Priestess card twice. More than likely a Scorpio, Libra. So mystery solved there. Go and figure out why you've upset a Scorpio, because they are not the ones that you want to upset. Yeah, look, like King of Cups is still looking at me there as well. King of Cups, Tower, King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Two of Cups, the Moon. So much water energy. Go and crack open that shell. What are they up to? Right, I don't know if you want to go and check out Scorpio's reading as well. I'm just about to do that, so I feel like I'm going to get answers from that, and maybe you will too. So that's going up on Tuesday. Yeah, see you guys again soon.